everyone, and welcome back. I wanted to film this video because a lot of you have been asking how I've been doing and feeling lately. I was gonna wait for my 3 weeks postpartum, but I feel like I should make this video now. I do have time, and I do have little Missy right here sleeping, taking a nap. I do always like to keep sound machines going or have the kids be a little rowdy while she sleeps because I want her to get used to noise. I don't want her to not get used to no noise and us being super quiet because she's sleeping. So she's fine right now while I am talking. Like I said, she sleeps most of the time right now. Since she is a newborn, all she does is sleep, eat, and poop. So hopefully she stays down for a little bit while I do today's video. All right, so I did write down a couple questions that you guys have asked on my YouTube. A lot of you have been scattering the questions throughout quite a few videos, so I pretty much grabbed the most popular questions that you guys have been asking. So here's the first one. The first one says, how have you been adjusting to having 4 babies at home? So right now that we're pretty much approaching 3 weeks being postpartum, and my mother-in-law and my mom kind of have been coming over less. So now that it's just me at home and my husband, he is working this week, and so he works nights, so right now he's sleeping. So now this week I have been taking the girls to and from school, being out of the house, taking my little girl out of the house, and it's kind of tough because lately when I have been picking up the girls after school, so many moms see me and they're like, oh, you just had a baby, blah blah blah, and then like they'll go up to her and look at her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this lady is like breathing all over my baby. And at the same time, I don't want to cover the baby because it's so hot outside. I don't like putting a cover on her, but I'm thinking about maybe just buying like a little mesh cover to put over her car seat in the meantime, because it bothers me that a lot of people just look at her or like try to get really close. They're not really in her bubble. They're like really next to her, but not so much like in her face. So I don't know. I think I am gonna look on Amazon. That's the easiest thing I can do, is order something on Amazon for her to be somewhat protected with a little cover. Like I said, dropping them off at school has been very tricky. Luckily, I have a double stroller, so I'm able to put both younger babies in the double stroller, walk to and from school. So it's been a little bit challenging, but it's getting better as the days go by. The next question is, how are you handling being home with all 4 kids? So I'm not home by myself. Like I said, my husband's here, but he is working, so it kind of does feel like I am home by myself, especially when my toddler is screaming for me to get him something to eat, and then this one blew out of her diaper or something. So it has been quite challenging to have 2 young babies right now, because I feel like my 2 oldest daughters, they pretty much take care of themselves. If they're hungry, they'll grab a snack. If there's dinner, they'll go ahead and make themselves a plate. My oldest daughter, she's 10, so she's really good with her sister and helps her serve herself a plate of food or make her a cup of water. She's been so much help, and I feel like she's honestly a second mom to the babies, and I really love that about having her. She's tooting back there, so don't think it's me. But yeah, she's been so much help lately with the kids, and I really appreciate her so much. I want to do a little mommy and daughter date with her because she is my oldest, and I feel like we don't really get to spend as much time together because I am focused on the 3 younger ones. So hopefully I'll plan something soon. If you guys have any ideas, I was thinking like get facials or get our nails done, or even just going to go get a haircut together. I don't know. I do want to plan something with her, maybe like an ice cream date. But if you guys do have any ideas for a 10-year-old and myself, please let me know. We are starting to get out of the house more. I don't really like it because I feel like now I'm having to take on the task of taking out the 2 little ones while my 2 oldest ones are at school. But we are going to get in a better routine. I do like ordering stuff online. Lately, what I've been doing, like this week, we needed groceries because I have not gone grocery shopping since before she was born. So luckily, we've been fine. My mother-in-law did bring some stuff over, but of course she didn't buy a bunch of groceries. So just enough stuff to keep us by. I did do a grocery run a couple days ago, and what I did was I did Instacart, and all I did was order everything, and then all I had to do was drive up and pick it up at Save Mart. So I'm really enjoying the that feature of having to just order everything and pick it up. Same thing with Target. I love doing drive up at Target. You know, guys know Target is my favorite store, but I also like being in person because you get a lot more deals in person than you do online. I feel like a lot of the stuff online can be more expensive, but I don't know. I feel like right now I've just been like in this weird mood. Like, I'm happy to see my kids, but at the same time I'm like, I get really sad just looking at them because they're all growing up. And then like even when I send them off to school and I'm leaving them at the gate, like I get so emotional. I honestly like tear up at the gate just seeing them leave. And then I look at my 2 little ones and I'm like, oh my gosh, before I know it, they're gonna be in school. Maybe it's just me overthinking it because this pregnancy went by so fast. I honestly cannot believe she's here and she's about to be 3 weeks, to be honest with you guys. But I've just been in this weird funk of like, I don't know how to feel. Like sometimes I'm moody, like I get frustrated, and then sometimes I'm like okay, and then I'm happy, and then there's times where I'm like really really sad. So I need to get out of that. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna start doing something. I know I haven't got the okay to start doing very much besides staying at home and recovering, but I need to get myself out of this mood. Like I said, putting myself together. I think I mentioned it in a separate video. Putting myself together, straightening my hair, putting on somewhat makeup makes me feel a lot better. So definitely makeup has helped me. I have been putting on like different makeup looks just to see, and that's been helping me quite a bit. But taking care of these babies is a lot, going to adjust to it, but I honestly feel like I was made to be a mom. I think I mentioned it in previous videos that I do come from a big family, so it's kind of like second nature to me to have a lot of kids. A lot of you have been asking, oh, that's the other question, when is baby number 5 coming? And I'm like, well, we just had baby number 4. So as of now, there is no talk of baby number 5. Of course, my husband always says, hey, let's try for baby number 5. And I'm like, can you not? Like, I'm just trying to recover from this one. I haven't even been at 6 weeks postpartum yet. Like, let me recover from this little one and then we'll continue. Like, I'm still on my period right now. Little TMI, but I am. And I think it's kind of going away. So hopefully by like the 3 weeks, it's gone. But we'll see. And I am completely breastfeeding, so I think I don't get a period up until I stop breastfeeding, but I don't remember. I need to talk to my doctor about that. So in 3 weeks, I have my 6 weeks postpartum. Hopefully that goes well. I've been hearing around town that that clinic is closing, my OBGYN, which is gonna suck, but I don't know if it's just talk or if it's actually gonna happen. I'll update you guys on that, but yeah, I've heard a lot of talk that the OBGYN office that I go to is going to close. A couple more questions that I didn't write down that I wanted to mention, but I didn't. All right, don't mind me. I had to stop filming real quick to get baby girl. I am actually breastfeeding, so I'm gonna try not to show my boob, but getting my son on a schedule. So in the mornings we have breakfast, and then I have him like a little snack tray for him to snack on in case he's looking for something to eat. I'll put it in the living room so it's easy access for him. And of course I have a little sippy cup for him as well. So he doesn't really have to ask me or tell me that he's hungry. He has his own little toilet in the hallway, so if he needs to use the restroom, he runs over there and of course does what he needs to do. But he's doing really good. Like I said, I'm just trying to adjust having a toddler and a newborn because it can be very stressful when one of them's crying for food and the other one is calling for me to wipe his butt, you know. So it's like, it's a little challenging to everyone being in the house. It is kind of okay. She just had another blowout. Let me change her and I'll be right back. I'm continuing to feed her. She definitely exploded up her back, so I had to pause for a second. I'm sure you guys heard it in the video, but as of today, I'm doing really good. The kids keep me busy, and I think it's a good thing to keep myself busy. And I don't know if it's just like hormones from breastfeeding and still being on my period and all that. So I don't know. That's pretty much how it's been going. I think that'll be it for today's video. Thank you guys all so much for all the questions you guys have been asking. I feel like I answered some of them, but not all of them. I may have missed quite a bit, but excited to film her 3 weeks update for her to see how she's doing, but you guys can definitely hear that she's really congested. Appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you guys all so much for all the comments and all the sweet love and support, especially in the previous video or the previous couple videos where I introduced her. A lot of you guys loved her name and I'm so excited you guys did. I know it's not very common, but it can be common. But I really love her name. I ordered her Christmas stocking, so that should be coming in pretty soon. I wanted to order it now because I know the lady that I usually order it from, they get super like booked towards like November. So I ordered it now. Hopefully it comes in around Thanksgiving or maybe before that, but yeah, I ordered her Christmas stocking, so I'm super excited about that. I'm already thinking about rearranging the living room to bring in our Christmas tree, maybe the middle of November. So things on my list, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. I am doing good, but like I said, taking it one day at a time. But again, thank you guys all so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Alright, I just burped her and I laid her back in her crib, so this is her. She looks so adorable. She was a little sweaty because I had her on my boob, but there we go. Good night, Mama.